1. Ding, 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 ding.
We was waiting for Schmikey Dikey, but I'm not sure what happened to that dude. I'm gonna make one last attempt.
Mixed Martial Mike, get your bitch ass out here now.
I think he's waiting for us to jump on his shit.
Kids don't do drugs.
He's smoking that Deontay Wilder pack.
No, he's in. Mixed Martial Mike is in the building.
You got a elephant thong as a curtain over there.
You got that thong right there?
Whose triple XL thong size is that over there?
How you coming at my fucking background?
Take it easy, champ. Why don't you stop talking for a while?
Usman and Street Jesus Masvidal is official. The rematch is on. So let's get your guys' thoughts on this fight. I know I'm excited.
Are we excited? You know, because I believe any fight where you put Masvidal and Usman together should be exciting. But the first fight ultimately wasn't that exciting. However, it was just 6 days notice from Masvidal, so I do believe the second fight should be way more exciting.
Let's go back. No, it wasn't on 6 day notice. Remember, that was originally supposed to happen.
Yeah, technically, yes.
That was 3 months notice, pre-COVID.
No, but Jorge Masvidal definitely wasn't training for a fight.
Whose fault is that?
I don't believe that.
That's true.
I don't believe that for a second.
In Mike's defense, yeah, it does make for a really good lore and drama. The fact that you took a fight on 6 day notice, but we all know you're a pro, bro. You did not start training 6 days prior. We all know that.
I just mean intensity. I don't necessarily believe he was literally off on the couch playing PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
Banging in Call of Duty. Call of Duty, man. Keeps your reflexes sharp.
He just wasn't training at the intensity level of a fight, let alone a championship fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that in the gym started closing at the time.
You know, exactly. Then you get a random call from Dana White. Do you want to fight Usman? A lot of fighters get that question or get that call and they deny the fight entirely. So you got to give him credit for even taking the fight in a week's notice. That's 6 days.
That might be the toughest condition.
I give Masvidal a lot of credit because ever since he came from that show, whatever the hell that show was called, that he was on.
Whoa. Mommy loved that show. Our mother, God so loved Exotron that she actually got to know Masvidal through that show. So that shows you the power of reality TV. So the Ultimate Fighter should open a lot of eyeballs.
And ultimately, he really changed a lot after that because he's been 5-1 from coming from that show. And he's had some of his best performances since that show. His one loss came to Usman, which is not, there's nothing wrong with that. Usman might be the best ever at the division in the history. But I don't feel that he's going to win this fight. I don't feel that his chances is going to be that much better. I don't even believe
Go back. You're saying
more impressive.
You're saying Masvidal's not going to win or Usman doesn't have a chance?
No, Masvidal I don't think has a chance.
Really?
As much as I like Masvidal and I'm a fan of his, and he's done a great job since coming from that show, I don't think he wins this rematch, even with a full camp. Wow. I think it's going to be very similar.
You didn't say he couldn't win. You said he didn't have a chance. He definitely has a chance.
I didn't say that.
That's a really strong opinion,
You
bro.
literally said he doesn't have a chance.
No, I didn't say
opinion.
that.
Masvidal, I don't think has a chance.
Yes, you
did. Not say that. No, I didn't. I said I don't like his chances.
So you said he doesn't have a chance.
No, I did not say that. I said that I do not like his chances in this fight. I don't think it's going to be any different. That's what I said.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
Everybody has a chance.
In Mike's defense, that win, that loss against Usman in the first one was at the card. He didn't freaking put him down.
Exactly, it was a decision victory.
Yeah, that went to the judges, right?
And
I think it's gonna be the same thing.
It was mostly
get another
Usman.
Decision win.
It was
from
mostly
Usman
pushing him against the fence, and Masvidal unable to push him off the fence. So
yeah,
that was really the fight.
Usman does look a lot stronger. I mean,
Physically,
yeah, he looks hella stronger. But then again, I was also under the impression that Ben Askren was also gonna put a much better fight, and we saw how that ended. So yeah.
Well, Ben has no stand up.
but could we say that fight will happen exactly that same way the second time? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So the second fight will be totally different than the first fight, right? Ben Askren versus Masvidal. I just saw him sparring too, so he's getting ready for Jake Paul.
Usman is just a much better fighter than Ben Askren, so much more well-rounded. I don't see Masvidal training in a full camp making that much of a difference. I think it's going to be the same result. It's going to be a decision win for Usman.
And not for nothing, I don't believe GSP ever produced the level of fight that Usman produced against Colby Covington. That was the fight of the year. I don't care what nobody says.
Hey,
That
don't
fight was
disrespect the
crazy.
legend.
Yeah, wait a minute. Where does GSP's name come? What is going on here?
Because you know people are saying Usman. Jose just said he's the greatest ever. So you compare.
I
him
mean,
to
I think he said
might
Usman
be.
and
I
Sandy
think he
Go.
said arguably. Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
I don't know.
Might be the best.
Might be. There you go.
We
I don't
cannot
know.
say that because he
I
had
don't
5
know.
wins in a row that he is, he hasn't topped GSP yet. GSP has over 10 championship wins in total.
I mean,
And
let's go down the list though, bro. I mean, he beat Woodley. He beat Colby.
Yep.
He beat Jorge. He beat Burns. Who's he missing?
Leon Edwards.
Oh,
he
there
beat
you go.
Leon Edwards before, yep.
Yeah.
Before
He
winning
hasn't
the belt.
beaten the guy that won 3 fights in a row. I can't even pronounce his name. You know I'm horrible with names, but he won the 3 quickest fights in the division's history, in UFC history.
Yo, breaking news. Hamzat Chimaev retired from MMA.
Get when?
Like a few minutes ago. I just read it on Twitter. He retired from MMA.
Jesus.
Why?
I don't know. He did get hit with COVID really hard. COVID really hurt him. Like physically got him.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He was in the hospital too.
COVID has taken down a lot of people. Did y'all see that that Cody Garbrandt JRE interview?
No, I haven't. No.
No.
Check that out, because he's one that went through COVID really bad too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there are a lot
That
of
is news
athletes.
to
I've been
me.
hearing some athletes.
Yeah. That's
I've been hearing a lot of athletes, bro.
I
A
knew
lot
it
of
hit him
baseball
hard,
players
but-
with heart issues. You're seeing a lot of football players with heart issues that had COVID. It's affecting their heart, and they're young,
Yeah. A lot of
athletic.
people. I mean, that's how my
men.
dad. That's how my dad passed away. My dad was that. It was he went from a home, went to the hospital, went to a ventilator, beat COVID, and then his heart gave up on him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandmother, similar. She recovered and died after. The aftermath is what kills a lot of people. It's sad to hear that because I knew it hit him hard, but I didn't expect it for an athlete at his level to retire from the sport. That's pretty shocking.
He's back. He's back.
But when it comes down to it, that was probably the last guy that I felt that was a real threat. Kobe might be able to do something in the rematch, but overall, I don't see anybody beating Usman.
So you got Usman. Who do you got, Mike? Usman or Jorge?
Well, I think all the evidence, all the statistics, all the prior footage points towards Usman.
Who you got though?
Masvidal.
Come on, try getting it out.
Who you got?
I think I got Usman, most likely. But I do expect Masvidal to do something sensational.
Never does jiu-jitsu in fights, ever. He just likes to strike, and now he's become freaking fixing Gracie.
So he may win. He might actually win a few of these rounds because I thought he won round 1. I don't think that's arguable.
So
I thought he
you-
won round
Yeah,
1.
he did.
So I
win,
think-
he did win that one scrap off with
Well,
with-
Usman, let's not
Yeah.
forget, he's a slow starter. He loses the first round
Yeah.
a lot,
a lot.
most of his fights. I thought he lost to Kobe in the first round. I thought he lost to Burns in the first round.
He's
uh,
definitely a methodical guy, so he's taking his time.
he
into
builds
his
up.
fights.
He builds
Yeah.
up.
Building
over the
up
fight.
towards the fight,
Yeah.
right?
Because that knockout against Burns, I didn't see that coming.
I wouldn't be surprised if anybody gets stopped, but most likely he's gonna go to decision, and I think Usman will win.
Yeah, but if the stoppage happens, it's Masvidal most likely.
Yeah, because
he's the finisher.
Usman is not a big finisher, but he is a strong puncher and a strong fighter. So
yeah, and
he could stop.
He's got a chin, bro. Usman can take a punch.
He's built like a tank.
You saw that exchange with Burns. Just go back to that Gilbert Burns fight. There's no more proof that Usman can get punched in the face and come right back.
Tyron Woodley, that performance was almost a mirror image of a lot of Tyron Woodley's bad performances, which is he stands on the
no, and I don't really think is.
Oh no, I'm not diluting his victory. All I'm saying is he's really outdone himself in these fights. Where in that fight he may have dominated Tyron Woodley, but they didn't give him the credit.
He's definitely leveled up.
Yeah, but let's not forget he was the first one. He's the one that took the belt from Woodley, and Woodley has been fighting nothing but fucking animals. So we can't really talk about him having a losing streak.
No, I'm not. Now,
if he loses to some bums,
I'm actually referring to how he's losing. He loses the exact same way. He stands on the back foot and he doesn't throw because he actually doesn't really have much volume in his strikes.
He
likes to throw that open hand right.
No, Mike is right. Remember the Burns and Woodley fight? It was exactly the same. That's what Mike described.
But he's also won fights being that way. It's not like he was. I mean, he was like that for a long time.
That's a lie. The closest he got to winning a fight like that was against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and it was a draw the first time, and the second time, I guess he did pull it out. But
he was gun shy in all those fights. Did you not forget the Till fight? He was gun shy in that one too.
Nah, that's a lie.
Yes,
he knocked him out. He knocked him out.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
he won the decision.
No, he knocked Till out. What are you referring to?
Yeah, dude, he knocked him out.
Second round. Dropped him with the right hand, fished him with ground and pound. What are you talking about?
I must have forgot that one. But overall, since he's won the title, Dana White was even complaining about it. He doesn't throw a lot of punches. This guy has never been a volume fighter. He's not. He's a puncher. And he's a good wrestler. But that's it. And he's a small guy for the division too. Let's not forget that.
Has never liked Tyron Woodley for some reason. I do believe it has something to do with personality.
I can tell you why he doesn't like him. The guy doesn't throw a lot of punches. He doesn't like him.
He doesn't like
him. He's a gun-shy fighter.
Because of that. Like Dana White, to quote Dana, I think some of his fights are boring, is what Dana said.
Yes. Right.
Dana White doesn't like gun-shy fighters.
Yeah. That's why he loves
regardless of having knockout power, he doesn't like gun-shy fighters.
Yeah, that's why he loves Colby Covington.
Yeah, Colby Covington. Colby Covington really earned my respect against Usman, bro. Because even if you compare Colby Covington's performances compared to everybody else, he was putting them paws on Usman. He was putting them paws on him.
Was it me or was he the one that was fighting with his broken jaw?
Well, I think it ultimately he got there.
He kept fighting with a broken jaw.
Yeah.
No, he's tough. He's tough.
And it went to the card. It went to the.
No, I think he knocked him out at the end.
I think he finished him. No, he finished him.
Oh, he did?
He finished him at the end.
Fifth round, late.
Yeah, that's right. Herb Dean stopped it. Yeah.
But Colby, to me, was winning that fifth round. So what if? To me, he was winning that round.
No, not in that final exchange when he wasn't. He wasn't defending himself.
He ultimately lost the round. But if right before he got hurt, right before he got hit with that jab, he was putting paws on Usman. He was putting paws on him every round.
Yeah.
And most of the moments he was putting hands on him, he was taking some and giving some. That fight was sensational. So that fight don't get the credit it deserves.
So I think
we're gonna see Colby Usman again.
I think it's fair to say that all three of us got Usman winning Masvidal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I expect Usman to defend his title. But don't be surprised if Masvidal can win the decision.
I'm actually rooting for Masvidal, but I don't think the chances are so great in his favor.
All right. All right. So
I'm rooting for him.
So we got that out the way.
He's always like, his face is a magnet to crotches. And if you want to try to touch my crotch and you're a dude, there's a heavy toll to pay, man. There's a heavy toll. This crotch ain't for dudes.